All right, peeps, here we are. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome here on the last Friday of April 2022. You're joining me here, Chris, Love Evolve Energy, for the energy sessions. I'll tell you a little bit about that in just a minute as soon as we start moving along. I can fade this out, although it should fade out on its own. So, welcome everybody. Welcome crickets. Welcome replay watchers. Welcome embodied souls. Welcome disembodied souls. Whoever you are, I'm open to all. Let's put the grids up. Grids are going. Grids are going strong. I'm feeling pretty mellow today, and that may be my vibe for the rest of the year. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, music's fading out now. So welcome to the session here. I'm here every Friday in the morning time, East Coast time, early morning, when the West Coast time, and sometime in the late afternoon if you're across the pond over here. So how I roll is this. I get up here and I say, hi, how are you? And I'm about to tell you a little bit more about myself and what's happening these days and what the session is today, since we alternate every other week. And then I say, hi, how are you? And check in with my peeps in the feed. And I see a couple of people showing up on the book that is Face. You might be catching me on the tube that is you, or the book that is Face, or Intuitive Lifestyles Consulting, or I'm not sure where you're catching me exactly, but hi. Hi there. So after that happens, there'll be some announcements. And then we will move today. I was feeling meditation. I have my Starseed Oracle card deck out, the deck by Campbell and Noel. So we may move into that, but we're very much moving into energy. I often offer energy with guided meditations. So that's probably on the deck today. Also, if somebody wants an energy scan, an energy reading, or an energy holding or healing. So we will be moving into that towards the end of our session, so the halfway point. So it's about quarter past, almost 20 past now, pushing towards 20 past now. And about half past the hour, we're going to be moving into our session of guided meditation, etc. So if that's you, you want something, you're just here along for the ride, so be. It's been an interesting morning for me. So let me do a little hi, how are you? Sandy's here and Rachel's here. Sandy's got a lot to say. Good morning, everybody. Got some people on the tube that is you, some people on the book that is Face. That's awesome. And people will show up throughout. So this is what happens when we're doing energy. The energy that gets pulled through will be for all of us. So I will often describe, if I'm working somebody's energy system one-on-one, I will narrate what's happening so that you who are in observer mode will have an opportunity to maybe do that technique with yourself. I'm really here for empowerment. Of course, my own and us as a collective and a oneness and a unity, but as each individuated soul seed spark, really interested in you empowering yourself. And that's what I like to do in every session I offer, as to the best of my ability. So, as you can see, that's a little bit about myself. I am an energy worker and a divine source channel for source energy, and whatever variation on source energy is most appropriate for the session I'm in at that moment. Who receives my energy is varied. They tend to be movers and shakers. People have got a lot going on and are interested in shifting the earth in some way and the peoples upon it. I work a lot with star seeds. I work a lot with angelic beings. So if any of that lights you up and makes sense to you, you've come to the right place. If you've come to me happenstantially, perhaps you'll learn a little bit about that aspect of yourself. First and foremost, you're a human being. You're here with personality in a particular body and particular social constructs and deep conditioned patterning that creates a human marching on the planet. That is first and foremost. Other aspects of your spirituality and your beingness will feed into that. The only exception I can think of that is some individual embodied soul who is a walk-in, a late stage in terms of growth of the body, so an adult body walk-in. There are few and far between of those. Let me tell you, very few and far between. Um, I only can think of one, and I have some doubts about her. Only one off the top of my head. So maybe baby, she's that. I'm not sure really. So that's who I am. I also work with energy through sound, rhythm, music, sound of my voice, sound of drum, sound of rhythm. There in music. I do ecstatic dance. I offer that on a regular basis over in the Light Shine Lab every other week. And I'll be offering that sporadically throughout and doing it in different ways. Also, within that, my background is in somatics and consciousness studies. That looks a lot like yoga and breath work and body work and meditation. So, whenever you book a session with me, and I have a bunch of links up there, you can check out all my offerings. All of those things are combined. All of those things are combined. As I do these lives here, that is one, I would say, third of how I offer on the planet. And that third is a really happy, huge, full third. And within that third is the energy work, the channeling, the spiritual guidance, et cetera, et cetera. And that's what you'll be receiving here as well. I wanted to mention meditation because I offer that as well on my Podia site, and you can find a link up there, and on retreats. Right now, since the pandemic, they're virtual retreats. We may begin to shift that this summer if I'm feeling groovy. This coming Saturday, May 21st. You can see in the feed here, I posted something about that. Just, you can go to the website, Love Evolve Energy, the links are above, and check that out. I don't have a blurb about it yet, but I will be speaking more about it next week. That is a day long, meaning 10 a.m. East Coast time to 6 p.m. or later East Coast time, where we work on one technique. The technique we're going to be unpacking on the 21st is equanimity, peace and equanimity. Such a foundational base for any spiritual practice, I believe. So we'll talk about that more next week. That's the theme. That's the info. You can go check it out if you so desire. I need a little sip of water here, so let me remind you, keep yourself hydrated. Electrolytes as well. Hold on. Yeah. So you might, if you have a visual of me, you might be able to see that my tongue is white. That's because I use a filter. to help with my lighting so that you can see me. So what else? Do I have any other announcements? I talked about my regular bi-monthly in Light Shine. I talked about the upcoming retreat. You already know that I'm here. I have some, you know, do I want to mention that? There's an aspect of me that is needing a lot of care, and that is my tween ager who rages with fear and anxiety and workaholism. She came to the fore last week, and I just had a roundtable with her, and I just talked with her this morning, and she is wrapped in gold right now, and she's relaxing a little bit, and she gets activated. And as we move into May, through the eclipse season beginning this weekend and through um, the retrogrades that are happening, perhaps inner child work will be happening for you. It started for me. I kind of call that parts work. So if you work with Nicole Powers, she talks about parts more specifically. Sometimes she shows up here in the feed, and I might ask her to do a few sentences in the feed about parts. So parts work, that's how I'm working with this aspect of self and just letting that fearful, the more work you do, the harder you work, the longer you work, the more you will succeed mentality. Take a seat. Just relax a bit. That's the kind of energy and the fuckery that's been going on for me. We've all been going through it. And as I mentioned in the title here, the dark ages. So you might think of things in terms of historically, we can look back at different eras and epochs upon the timelines in the earth, on the earth, of culture and humanity. And we call one of those ages the dark ages. It seems to me that we're in a shadow age, a kind of dark age right now. What happens from the shadow age, from the dark age, as it moves through its shadow into the era of enlightenment, the lightness, there's a bit of chaos. And so it is for the next couple of. I feel it myself. There's a certain amount of chaos that rages, and that aspect of self that sits in the management position of my neocortex is a tween with anxiety and workaholism. And that it's not all of me. And I calm her down, I wrap her in gold, and I let her rest and relax just a bit. Because there's an aspect of me that is firmly situated within equanimity, within peace, within wisdom. I can offer this equanimity retreat on May 21st because it is an aspect of my practice that is firmly planted within me and allows me to have an overview and a broad view and allows me to see the parts of myself, the aspects of my selfing that have coagulated into a personality, my personality of the tween, anxious, fearful, shameful, terrified, driven, must work harder, must be a workaholic, must do all of this to succeed. Only with my mind strengthened with equanimity can I approach this aspect of myself and hold her with compassion, kindness, love, ease, and begin to do energy work with her. So that's what we're going to be enhancing on the 21st. We're at half past now on most of my clocks. Minute later on this other clock here. I'm going to go into the feed and see if all of this made sense for you. And then we're going to move into a little bit of meditation. I'm going to do a little bit of Sage of Sage here. Oh, one thing I did want to mention that I forgot to mention. My office space is shifting as I wave this around. My office space is shifting. And so for this summer, it's going to look a little bit different. I'm going to go a little bit more mobile. Uh, and part of that is just so I can really protect my space as I offer to you. Many of us who will be seeing this on the replay or who are here already, we have home offices. And I don't know about all y'all, but the distractions can be significant. And within those distractions, I can be triggered again. And within those distractions and triggers, I can reactivate the part of me that is my inner teenager that is going through a lot of healing right now. So that was another update. Let me look at the feed and then we're going to go into our guided meditation energy work. And then we're going to do more specific energy based things. What's happening here? All right. Let me make sure all my stuff is working. All right. Hi. So, hey, Gay. How are you, Earth Angel, Earth Mama? How's your heart? Missing you terribly. So much love. Yeah, Stark Seed cards, Rich. Sandy, what are you saying here? Ooh, she has a question. Ah. Yeah. All right, well, we'll check in with your energy around that. Sure. In your feed, in your comment there, Sandy, you use the word lock. Let's rephrase that to alignment. Let's trade out the word luck and put in the word alignment. So what you say is, I really hope my changes in my career. What if we say, I really hope that my alignment changes in my career? Try that on for size. You may find that more empowering. You may find that more accessible. You may find that different in some way. So let's find out. Let's move into a little bit of a guidance. And I'm sure other people will join us during that time. Let me see if I can get a little music up here for some guide. Oh, maybe not. That would be nice. Nah, it's going to be a little too complicated. I needed to plan for that beforehand. So I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to let it be there. Although there is something I could do. So before we start our guided meditation, it's only going to be about between 10 and 15 minutes long. I'm going to ask you just to get comfy. Nah, I don't like that. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Here, I like that tone. I like that music. All right, everybody. Take a deep inhale. Let it go. Breathe and feel. And I'm going to ask you for this guided meditation to plant your feet on the floor. If you're on a bouncy ball, stay there. If you're not, please allow yourself to stand and let a little bounce come through your body. Breathe, feel, and bounce. Breathe, feel, and bounce. Sigh it out. Let it get loose. If you're at work, you may have to be a little more subtle. And stop the bouncing. Feet flat on the floor. Feel the vibration through your body. This is a Qigong exercise. Just get the Qi moving. Then let your hands come above your head. I'm going to do it a little bit lower because I want you to shake your hands and let them raise up. Breathe. Shake your hands. Breathe. Let them come down just a little bit. And then up a little bit. And then stop. Shake them in front of you like this, like you're wagging your hands. A big inhale and drop. Feeling the energy flows through your body. Letting your hands come to your body now. And see if you can allow the vibration through your hands to light up parts of your body. Perhaps your chest, your throat, your solar plexus area. That's what I'm feeling right now for all of us. And just breathe with that connection. Observe, love, breathe. Shifting the hands now, letting them come up behind your head, weaving the fingers together, interlacing them, and let them rest the back of your neck, behind your head, as if you could lean your head back and just rest your head back. And then gently rotate your head over to the right so that you're looking at the right elbow. Rest and breathe. And feeling that yawn or sigh rise up, come back to center and looking over towards the left now. Breathe as you look towards your left elbow. Relax and breathe. Until you feel a sigh or a yawn. And then coming back to center. And releasing the hands on an exhale. Deep inhale. Let go. For the last minute or two, letting your awareness come down towards your grounding, down towards your grounding, using your imaginal realm to feel into your grounding. You might need to shift your body a bit, roll it around, twist around. Then gently with your imagination, your breath, maybe with your activated hands, begin to open and cleanse your own grounding. I'm working with it as if my grounding is a pillar right in front of me. And I'm just washing my hands through it. What color is your grounding? Does it get wider as you cleanse through it? Is there anything stuck in your grounding? Perhaps deep down as the grounding connects with the core consciousness of our earth, with the core consciousness of our earth, with the core consciousness of our earth, clearing it out, clearing it out, out, out. And from that clearing, working your way up, clearing out any cords, rocks, boulders, shrapnel, clearing it out. How does your grounding connect to your personal energy aura, to your feet, to the edge of the egg, perhaps? Just beginning to open that up, feeling that energy rush, widening, opening the grounding. And then resting, letting the hands rest, basking in the sensations of a more clean, more wide grounding for yourself. It is done, it is done, it is done. Coming out of that, and if you choose, reporting your experience with this. Oh, hey, Teresa, welcome, 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 welcome. So for many of us, this is the basic on a daily basis. This is the basic. Just open up your grounding, clear out your grounding. Are you connected deep into the consciousness of the earth? Are you connected in and throughout? Are you connected up to your own? Are you connected? Is there any blocks that can be cleared? And you can just bring the grounding up and up. If you're working with a chakra system, bring it up through all the chakras, connecting your grounding and flushing down and out or up and out. You might even be working with meridians, connecting all your meridians to your grounding. Ooh, if I just mentioned that, it feels really good. Other other energy systems, or the etheric and catheric grids within your body, connecting them to this grounding. That may be something for you, just to practice with that. Empower yourself to clear your own grounding on a regular basis and see what shifts occur. See what shifting occurs. The consciousness of the earth is shifting herself, and we along with it. We along with it. The more that we do and can engage, the more as well she can do. All right, let's move into some energy. If you have any requests, please let me know. All energy is for all beings, and I look truly to empower everybody so that we can move from this shadow period, which could go on for our Earth years, who knows how long. All right, I'm feeling the energy pretty strong. I need another little sip of water and a little more sage here. And Sandy, I'm going to move into, you didn't ask for energy clearing or healing or holding, Sandy, if you're still here. You did ask me to look at what the energetic patterns are with what you term career and work and how you work upon the earth. If you're still here, Sandy, if you give me a yes, we can begin to clear your path forward. But only with your permission. I can read it, but without your conscious permission. I may change that. At a certain point, I may go into your gatekeeper permission or your guardian angel permission. If people are no longer here, uh, that may be more appropriate just because of internet speeds and lag time. So it's hard to really see what's happening. So I asked Sandy to shift one of her statements. Her statement was, I really hope that my luck changes in my career. So let's look at your alignment shifting in your career, taking out the loaded, sometimes disempowering, magical notion of what we call luck. So let's shift the view a bit here and shift. If we shift the view a bit, Sandy, everything else will shift. Alignment is something that you have choice in. You can choose to align to an aligned, fulfilling career path for yourself. You can choose to align to that. If the visuals do not appear, there may be feels. You could get, it's so interesting. I had this happening for me and it totally freaked me out. I got some images. You may get some images that are larger because they're coming down the pike quicker than you may realize, but they aren't within alignment with what you have been manifesting all along right now. So let's look at the alignment of this job interview with your divine alignment. Divine alignment already includes, if you say my divine alignment, by nature of you including you're including your personality and all ripples from out, issuing out from your personality that is infused with divine alignment. So we're getting divine alignment. I'm getting some things shifting over in my left shoulder now, so I'm not sure if that's me. So I'm just going to keep going with this here. So Sandy's divine alignment also means the ripple from her, the ripple that is her career path. So let's look at what she's drawing towards her. Once she's staying in divine alignment, she will draw towards her because it will be infusing. And she could, Sandy, you can request more fully the ripple being infused with your divine alignment, the ripple of your career path issuing forth from you from divine alignment. You could infuse that more fully and see what career paths, what job offers, what interviews begin to appear from there. Are they being magnetized to a lower vibration, or are they being magnetized to your divine alignment? So let's see. She has a job interview. If I envision and I see Sandy B, HAB in her divine alignment, she's got a lot going on. When she drops in her divine, it's very electric, her divine alignment. I would say that this job interview, let me read that sentence again because it will have the energy of it. It's a stepping stone. You're moving towards something. Your path is opening up more clearly, Sandy. Step by step by step. Before you go to this job interview, this would be a recommendation from Chrystine. Align yourself with your divine alignment as best you can. You can include all the parts of you that are nervous, doubtful, hopeful, and that aspect of you that is divinely aligned. And you may even choose a symbol for that, perhaps the center of your chest, which is something that you could touch on, like a little bzz, little button, beep, that you can activate during the interview. Divinely aligned, beep. And just breathe into it with eyes open as you're in conversation. And allow that to guide the interview from the half of you that is you. It may or may not stick, Company E. It may or may not stick. It may be a stepping stone. It depends with what frequency you go, beep, you align. I need to take note here because I need to do the same thing here. By the way, Sandy, so thank you for asking. Beep, I don't see you responding here so much. So my feed could have slowed down a bit. There could be other things in the feed. It depends. When are you going? Next week, you said. It depends where you are next week, Sandy, with your bit aligned. It it may stick, it may not. At the At the very best, it is a stepping stone towards something that is next. That's my energy read for that, Sandy. I'm seeing a lot of divine light here. Can we ground this? Hugely grounded. We need to clean up the fear and worry just a little bit. But there are moments when you can go beep and you can be aligned. I'm going to bring this up. Where am I not seeing the feed? I'm going to bring this up here and see if I see anything else. All right. All right. Let's turn the volume down just a bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, Teresa, that's what I have for you. I mean, not Teresa. Why did I go? Because I just saw Teresa. Hey, gorgeous. So, Sandy, I hope that was helpful for you, Mama. I hope that was helpful for you. So, I think a lot of people are just hanging out today, and that's totally, completely fine. I, yet again, am going through a huge alchemical phoenix rising from the ashes transformation. That, again, is happening for me. And so I understand that so much will transition. I'm pulling a Starseed Oracle card that will guide me. All right, I have some serious energies. The Syrians are coming through, wanting to mention things to me. I think they're asking me to shift things up and to change things a bit. Let's see if there can be a card here. For the group, this is for group. This one. This one? Or this one? They definitely want this one. Okay, over here. But don't forget that. All right. They're all sticking. Interesting. Okay. They're having conversations about the universal void in stark contrast to karmic, karmic connections. Empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty absorbing what's not yours. So this is coming up for the group here. Oh, hey, Chris, how's it going? We're just wrapping up here. Just wrapping up here, babe. So that leads me into a conversation about healthy energetic boundaries. So, as we're transitioning, as I was talking about in the beginning, moving through the shadow age, from a dark age to a shadow age to an age of light and enlightenment, if there if you're sensitive, empathic often implies clairsentience, which can talk about the physical and the emotional. That's what is implied by. Yeah, yeah. That's what's implied by moving through. Um, Ooh, I'm really feeling your energy here. So let me put up we're going to talk about healthy energetic boundaries, particularly as we're moving through the shadow periods. Uh, this by nature, what will be coming up very soon, we're moving into the eclipse, we're moving into the retrogrades, and the majority of the month of May and on and off for the rest of the year is going to be a little bit more of the shoring up of the foundations and clearing things up, moving forward in fits and starts. So that's my energetic prediction for everybody for, oh my God, my stuff is falling apart. It is quite literally here, you guys, you have no idea, uh, for the rest of the year. How we how we deal with, how we work with boundaries needs to be shifting. Already, we talk about buffer zones, like umbrellas or raincoats or a puff jacket or a parka. You put them on for where your human design is at that moment in order to make the functionality of it a little bit easier, more pleasant, and just more efficient and functional. So the same thing goes with your energy. If you're a starseed empath, you're hugely sensitive to the vast flows that happen around here. I've been talking about you for a month now and talking about waxing up the surfboards and getting out the umbrellas on your surfboards as well. And so here's another message, empathic starseeds. She's also moving through a portal. She's moving through a liquid mirror, which often talks about dimensional shifts. So that is what's happening. The serious energy is talking about heart surgeries in an energetic level and figuring out the connections and cockles of the front click ins with for star seeds. I hope that makes sense to somebody. That's what I'm pulling through for the collective here now. Uh, it doesn't mean to be freaked out and really hard and rubbery and stuck with your buffer zones, or super airy fairy with the buffer zones. They need to be vibrant, powerful, strong, and firm. A powerful love, a powerful joy is the quality of emotional energy of your buffer zones. And that's what this empathic star seed needs or is requesting. And perhaps that's some of you who are showing up as you begin to transverse and move through new dimensions for you. There are countless dimensions. I'll just say that. The path that you carve out within multidimensional reality is unique to you. Mine is unique to me. People will talk about my friend Crystal, Crystalline Compton. She's about, I think, potentially to do a series on many mansions, which is a whole conversation that she's had for years that she's updating, where she talks about multi-dimensional reality from a point of view. That is one book. There are star seeds out here who will be writing their own multi-dimensional manuscripts. Chris, you may be one of them. So it's not about buckling up. It's about turning on the bubble, turning on the bubble as you move through, your days. How I was mentioning to Sandy that button I was talking about in her heart to connect with alignment, where if you breathe and feel and you decide, my star seed multidimensional buffer zones need to be and look a certain alignment, and they are a certain way. Let me connect that to a human physical sensation of, say, beep, beep, where you just kind of press into your sternum and you breathe and feel and you connect that up, you link that together. The next time you need that, you won't have to say multidimensional star seed buffer zone protection within this particular dimension of color for my transdimensional work. You won't have to use all that languaging. You will decide what that is and you will just go beep and it will activate. All right, that's what I have for you today, everybody. I sincerely hope that was helpful. Yeah, okay. So if you scroll back, we did a meditation about halfway through for grounding. We did some energetic grounding, and I showed techniques so that each individual could do that on their own as I went through it on my own. And then just now we talked about buffer zones and for the empathic starseed and how to connect to them in shorthand through your physical self. As I was mentioning at the very beginning, and perhaps this is one of the themes here today, the greatest percentage of who you are as human being. We must remember that and honor that. The aspects of you that are indeed spiritually aligned with your own starseedness, earth angelness, mover and shakerness, all of the above, and other multidimensional beings that I don't have a name for yet, but who I am working with, indeed. Oof, help me get back there. First, you are a human being. First, you are a human being. There's time and space for all of the different things. If your human beingness is not taken care of, cleansed, cleared, grounded, fed, nourished in all aspects, set upon, aligned and set upon a ripple and the best path within time, space, reality, that's your foundation. Then we talk about meditation foundation, equanimity, concentration, sensory clarity. Once those skills are enough working for you, transdimensional, moving through the liquid mirror of reality, again, the liquid mirrors of reality, is going to be easy. It's going to be easier and will not cause as much disturbance on your humanness. All right, that's what I have for you today. Boom, boom. I have a lot of ideas of how I need to shift that. And again, when I see you next week, my office space will shift. My office space will have shift. Ed, I believe. I could be wrong. That might not happen. You know, we got Merc retrograde and all that stuff. So that will be shifting. I will work on that a little bit over the weekend. I'm halfway through my ecstatic dance DJ and facilitator training with the Wakamaya School of Sacred Fun. What? So if you know Sophie Sofree as a DJ or Rayo as a DJ, those are my two teachers. So I'll be working with them as an intensive over the weekend and for the next week. I guess I'm 2/3 of the way through. I have another third of the way through. All right, everybody, thank you so much for showing up. I'll see you next week. I believe if I'm going to do the Tuesday, how to do a home retreat, I'll do posts so you know about it. And that's all. Otherwise, I'll see you next Friday morning. Apologies for bailing on you. Last week, it was a mofo. OMG, was it a mofo. And I just couldn't handle it. I needed something else. I needed to really take care, and that's what the boundary looked like for me. So thank you so much for being here. Please look at the links, and I'll see you soon. Much love, everybody. Thank you. Much love.